Okay, I just butchered my first Canadian goose. And I found this thing out in front of my mom and dad's house. Fell out of the sky for some reason. He had blood on his head. I don't know what the hell was going on. And this was New Year's Eve, right before New Year's, before 12 a.m. So I grabbed it off the street and threw it into a bag and then threw it into my dad's freezer in the garage. And I've never gone fowl hunting, but I knew that I've eaten fowl, pheasant and duck and geese. My dad used to hunt those when he was younger, but we never got to go. I've shot deer and elk and antelope and everything else, but never any fowl. But this is what I got out of the deal. These are two. Where's my finger? This is breast meat. These are pretty good sized steaks. You know, it wasn't a real big bird, but pretty good sized breast steaks. And I got to clean them off, you know. But they came. I think I butchered it right at the right time because it's still frozen, but not very. So the meat was really cooperative as I carved it out away from the breastbone, which is right here. Right here is the middle of the breastbone. And then these things here are what they call the tenderloins, just like in, a deer or elk or whatever. It's just really good meat right along the underside of the breastbone. So right under these things is these. And they're just a little bit more tender, I guess, is what I've heard. And then I decided to go ahead and carve out the legs. And because they have, pretty good meat on them. I did notice some, this is, which side that was his right side. And there's some, coagulated blood there. But I could never really determine why he fell out of the sky, or she, whatever they are. But anyway, I got to clean that. I'm just going to slowly bag that up so that I don't get feathers everywhere. Because let me tell you, they will get everywhere if you're not careful. But I'll throw those in some water and clean them up. And then I'm going to go back to YouTube and figure out how to make these. I don't know what I'm going to do with them. But there's some good recipes I know on YouTube. And there's also a video, the video that I watched as far as dressing this thing out was from Indiana Fish and Wildlife, or whatever they're called. And if I can, I will put a link in my description of that video, because it was a good video. It had a bunch of people standing around while this game warden dressed out a goose on a stainless steel table. So it was very helpful. And anyway, that's the end of my story.